My name is Susan Cannon, and I'm the owner of the OnRamp Agency. What is that? Well, it's a digital marketing agency. Now, you might be wondering, what is digital marketing? Well, as I'm sure you already know, where do people go when they're looking for something today? 9 times out of 10, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go to Google, right? They're going to go on their computer or their phone or their tablet, and they're going to start to search for whatever it is they're looking for. So Google is an example of a search engine. Now, you probably already know that. Do you know how Google figures out how to go and find the thing that you're looking for? Well, that's called search engine optimization, is how businesses manage to become the ones on that first page of those search results. So of course, step number one is you would have to have a website, right? So if you are a business owner and you don't yet have a functioning, usable, friendly website, that's step one. So having a website means that your business is potentially findable via a search engine. Now, why do I say potentially? Because unlike the movie Field of Dreams, it is not true that if you build it, they will come. No. Oh, no, no, no. Now, in the early days, that may have been kind of true. I remember one of my first businesses, I actually had a homemade goat milk soap business. And I created a very simple website, and people from all around the world found it. I don't know how. I didn't know anything about search engine optimization. I didn't really understand how the Google algorithm worked. And be honest, that Google algorithm was radically different than what it is today. Truth be told, the algorithm changes all the time. Google is like this vast machine of information. They manage what's called metadata, data about data. So they are constantly crawling the web. You might hear that term, web crawlers, which basically pieces of code and automation that go and scour across the entire internet, and they're looking for things. So that, what are they looking for? They're looking for keywords. They're looking for certain HTML tags. I can explain that in another video, but they're looking to find information that people are looking for. So as an example, if you were to go to Google and you were going to say, show me Mexican restaurants near me, Google is going to go and look for those key words to search for. So actually keyword phrases in that particular case. So Mexican restaurant is a phrase. If you just said, look for restaurants near me, your results would be different, wouldn't they? You would see Mexican, Thai, whatever, McDonald's, you name it. Anything that qualified as a restaurant, because that word restaurant would appear on all of those websites. So some of the information that they crawl is things that you can see when you go to the website, but a lot of it you can't. There are pieces of code behind the website, sort of behind the wizard's curtain, where the website developers can encode keywords about that particular business. So if you have a business of plumbing, and your plumbing company specializes in emergency water removal or emergency plumbing services, you would put those words somewhere in your website. Maybe it would be somewhere that you could see from the web page, but it might be behind the scenes. Regardless, that's what Google looks for when they search. So having a website is number one. Then having that website optimized is the next thing. So search engine optimization. So we know what search is, and the search engine is Google. Optimization means that you are going to make sure that the most important keywords, the things that your ideal client would be looking for, that you would want to service that particular need. So if you're a plumber, you're going to have a certain set of keywords that you're wanting to rank for or have included in your website. If you're an HVAC company or you're a dentist, or you're a skincare agent or real estate agent, whatever, you're going to have certain keywords that are going to specifically target or describe key pieces of information about your business that you think your customers would look for, and you want to make sure that they find you. Now, being found on Google is not the end all be all. Being found on page 1 of Google, that means that your site has been optimized for the search engine. Being in the top 3, there, now you're cooking. So the goal of goals is to be ranked in the top 3, that 3-pack that they call within Google. Those 3-packs means that they have a combination of things. They have search engine optimization, they have a website, they have a phone number, and all the information that Google can find about that company is consistent. So you don't want to be in a white pages directory having one phone number on your company name, and then your website has a different phone number for that same company. See what I mean? You need to be consistent. There needs to be congruency. And that's how Google grades you. And so if you get a really good grade from the Google search engine or the optimizers, you'll end up in that 3-pack on Google. So as a digital marketing agency, we can help. We can help you with search engine optimization. We can help you with what's called Google My Business, which allows you to get a good report card from Google. We can help you with directory listings. So Google isn't the only search engine. It's probably the largest one in the world right now, but there are others. There's Bing, I can't even think of all of them, but there are lots of search engines. DuckDuckGo is one of them. So you need to be in all those directories. You know, back in the day, you could be listed in the yellow pages and you were pretty much good. That is not necessarily true now. As a matter of fact, it's definitely not true. So there's a service that as a digital marketing agency, we can provide that will help make sure that you get listed in the predominant search engines, or not search engines, but the predominant directory services that are going to recognize your business as a valid business with consistent information about your business, consistent metadata about your business. And getting yourself in those directories helps improve your search engine optimization and helps your customers find you. So that's one thing. Well, 2 things. 3 things. Search engine optimization and Google My Business, which is kind of part of that, and keywords, which is part of that, and then Yext, which is directory listings. So search engine optimizations, Yext directory listings. Then you have what's called advertisements, obviously. And in this world, they're known as pay per click. So what does that mean? Well, you know what a click is. Somebody goes to find something, they search on it, they point at it, and they click it. So pay per click means you are going to place an ad, a digital ad, and that's what we can help you with, to place a digital ad, and you want that ad to be seen by a certain audience. So you choose who your audience is that you want to be able to see your ad. So think about, let's think about coupons. You want people to purchase your product. So you generate a coupon, print it out. Maybe you include it in the Sunday paper. Maybe you include it in a mass mailer. You know, those little envelopes, all the little advertisings from different companies. When you do that, you're sending out these flyers or these advertisements, but you don't necessarily know when someone purchases your service or your product, you don't really know how did they find you? How did they know to buy your product? So you don't really know where your advertising dollars are getting the bang for the buck. You know you're spending money on advertising, but do you know, can you trace it? Pay-per-click allows you to do that. So as a user, if I'm searching for something and your business might provide that, and I see your ad and I click on your ad, that's when you're going to pay for that ad. You're going to pay per click. Now there's an upfront cost to writing the ad in the first place, of course, just like there's an upfront cost to designing coupons. But just like with coupons, you can print them all day long and pay to print them, but you don't actually have to make good on them until somebody actually takes it to the store and gives it to the cashier. So giving the coupon to the cashier is kind of sort of like when somebody clicks on your ad. So that's pay-per-click. And then in that realm, there's also a cost per impression. So you're basically, how much is it costing you to put that ad in front of 1,000 people in a certain demographic or certain criteria? Maybe you want your ad to be seen by people who live in a certain zip code and have a certain minimum income or drive a certain car. There's amazing levels of detail you can go to sort of streamline who you want your ad to be presented to, because it's electronic, right? So Google knows about us. It's a little bit creepy, but it's true. They know more about you than you'd probably ever want to imagine. And that serves us, right? Because then Google knows how to present ads that are going to be of interest to us. Facebook does the same thing. So there's Facebook advertising, there's Google ads, but pay-per-click is kind of a standard starter way to get more traffic. And the goal is to get you more customers, to get you more clients, to get you more leads, depending upon your particular business. So we have SEO, we have pay-per-click, we have listings, and we have websites. Those are digital agency services that we provide. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, I hope you'll reach out to me. You can find me at susan@theonrampagency.com, or you can scan my UPC, my QRC code, and that will take you to a page that links to all of my digital assets, where you can go and see my business page for my digital agency. You can go and look at my digital business page for my personal brand, which I do some other types of marketing in. Different ways to reach me. Anyways, place for you to actually enter your contact information in that page. So I hope I'll be hearing from you. And I really want to look for ways that I can serve you to increase the value of your business to make you successful. I look forward to working with you. Thanks.